Well, good morning, good morning, good morning on this beautiful, Monday, Tuesday? This is Tuesday, guys. Beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? We're sitting here walking a golf course with the granny kids and stuff like, okay, I'm getting beat up by the granny kids. But it's like, even if I can walk this earth, I still have to wonder. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We see all this beautifulness. We see the sun. We're feeling the sun. We're getting all of this. And why Junior is not being able to run around, relax, breathe, you know? But I ran across this interview, guys. I ran across this interview, and I think it has a lot to do with a lot of stuff that Blueface was saying in the beginning. And then in this Tasha K interview, my daughter says she liked Tasha K. She don't care how crazy Tasha K is. You know what I'm saying? This Tasha K ain't for everybody. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? You agree? Huh? A required taste. She said Tasha K is a required taste. She not for everybody. So, and I believe that. You know what I'm saying? You just got to pick and choose your battles, honey. But she did do the interview with Ronnie. And I just wanted you guys. To look at this interview. I'm not going to say nothing. I want you guys to put y'all spiritual senses together. I want you guys to really think about things. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, who are we? Who are we? You know what I'm saying? Y'all say judge not as get judged according to how you judge others. So we're not here to judge. We're just advocates. We just want nothing but the best for a baby that deserve it. You know what I'm saying? This baby was at the place and he was asleep and they propped him up to make it look like he was sitting and stuff. This is just too much for me. It's hurtful, you know? But I want y'all to hear the interview of the Tasha K interview. And I also want you guys to see just listen to his voice. Let his voice minister to you. Because at the end of the day, all he wanted was a paternity test. Oh, you brought me in the wilderness with the dogs. Let's go the other way. I mean, I like dogs like that. I got my own 2 dogs. But all this doggy stuff. But I want you guys to listen to Ronnie. All he wanted was a paternity test. And he should have been able to get that, guys. And hey, Papa! And it was kind of messed up that he didn't get it. You know? It's messed up. He should have got it. And the circus would have still been the circus. You know what I'm saying? And everything. But y'all go ahead and listen to Ronnie and his interview with Tasha K and what he had to say. Because I think it's significant to everything that happened to him. This is significant. And you guys need to see the truth instead of keep on believing a lie. I'm just hurting for Ronnie family, guys. I am hurting for his family. And it's like I can walk every day, all day, and I'm still going to hurt for his family, guys. And this is hurtful that he is not here, even if Junior wasn't his and stuff, because he never said Junior was his. That's what everybody don't care to remember. Like, this man never said that Junior was his. He said he feels a special bond. He said he feels for this baby. He said he want to help this baby. She's a neglectful mother. That's what he said. And people are still not looking at the big picture because Junior is still being neglected. He's still not eating. He's still not walking, you know? And I'm like, let's just be honest. And it's like, you guys only thinking about her. And I think that's what hurts the most. That you only think about her. You think about her feelings. You think about what she's going through. But you don't see how her family was neglecting him. You don't see how her family was just acting like everything was okay. And I was surprised to see Tareen. Oh, after she sat there and did all that stuff to Tareen, I was surprised. I was surprised. I was like, wow, you know. But, you know, that's their battles that they have to fight. If they just doing this for the internet, their internet wins again. If they're doing this for the algorithm, then, that's them. But it doesn't change the fact that people hurt. Come over here.
Get out the street. Sidewalk.
Come on, Papa. It's no sidewalk. And this is hurtful all at the same time. Papa, get your butt out the middle of the street. See, that's why you don't take dogs nowhere either. Just don't listen. But anyway, guys, I'm going to finish my walk. I'm going to let you guys look at this video. And like I say, can't stop, won't stop till we get justice for Karan Kane, a.k.a. Ronnie Doe. And saving grace. Saving grace for Junior. Saving mercy. It's all in the hands of God now. Because it don't seem like nobody else care. We care. CPS not doing nothing. Nobody's not doing nothing. What more can we do, guys? Please, I'm asking you guys for your suggestions. What more can we do? And one of your suggestions should not be mind your business. Because that's where it got y'all minding y'all business and letting this girl hurt this baby. Look how far it got y'all. So I'm going to keep on praying for everybody and do what I do best. Love you guys and God bless.
To my understanding, that the test that was performed on Zeus was an actual DNA test. It wasn't until people that are fans of the show and people that are supporters of the show pointed it out to me like, hey, this wasn't an actual paternity test. This was a entertainment purpose test.
Oh.
Yeah.
So she didn't actually take a real DNA test?
I don't believe they did.
Okay.
No.
I could see similarities with you and the baby, especially in the eyes, because your eyes are very distinct.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a shape to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, but I don't know. You guys have the same eye. It's a very distinct eye look. He doesn't have blue face eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And,
If you're struggling with odor down there, your vagina might be hungry and just washing yourself isn't enough. Here's why.
Now, Ronnie, you are a very, very hot commodity out here in these streets. I don't know if you know. You've been, I don't know. It's your history with Krishan Rock, and this baby, Krishan Jr. You've been very vocal about it lately,
Mm-hmm.
about the possibility of Junior possibly being yours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, listen, before we get into all of that, because I just want to do like a small introduction.
Yeah.
Just so everybody know who you are, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you have your social media, but our platform is huge, you know what I'm saying? And so you are the ex of Krishan Rock.
Correct.
You were with her for how many years?
About 5 years off and on.
5 years off?
Yeah, from 2017 to about 2022, right before she went up on the Blue Girls Club or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you were the boyfriend before Blueface.
Correct.
You kind of favor Blueface a little bit. It's like y'all got...
They say she got tight.
Yeah, yeah. I can see it.
Yeah.
Like, so, okay. And how did you guys meet?
So I'm from Anne Arundel County, Maryland. So we was going to high school together. We went to Arundel High School. We was both seniors in high school. I knew of her in my junior year, but I didn't get to know her until my senior year. So we had, like homeroom, all that stuff. We had homeroom together. She was always like photogenic, model type vibe. So
she's real pretty.
Very pretty. And she was a track star in high school. So very social, very popular. But I say all that to say we had the same homeroom, started interacting with each other and took a liking into each other. And one thing led to another.
Okay, you asked her out?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like old school, like,
Yeah,
or
you
you
know.
passed her a note. Do you want to be
I
my?
mean,
How'd you do it?
see, I raised her up by taking her pictures. You feel me? She liked taking pictures, so I took her pictures very well to where as though I made her confident a little. I boosted her confidence a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
the angles. You got good angles and stuff.
yeah.
Okay, we like your type now.
Yeah. You know, make sure you
Okay.
look good on camera, all that.
Okay,
you know?
okay. So y'all fell for each other.
Yeah.
Y'all start dating.
Yeah.
Okay, and so it got pretty serious. I mean, y'all high school, so it was,
Yeah, I mean, so we weren't in high school, but it was very serious. We was young and dumb, but we were very intimate. I would say more intimate than your average high school couple, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she, you know her family and everything. Everybody,
Yeah.
you know Tasha?
I know Latifah.
You know Latifah?
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
but not
that's Tasiki. I know Latifah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I was okay. You caught me off guard there for a second.
Yeah.
So her name's Latifah in real life,
yeah.
but people online call it Tasha. Where did she get that name from?
I don't know.
It sounds like some Asian anime shit. I don't know. I really thought that was her name.
Yeah, a lot of people do, but her name's Latifah.
Latifah.
Mhm.
Okay. So they went to school. Was she in the same school too, or she was just around because you were dating her sister?
So, I mean, we all from like the same area. Latifah's a few years older than us.
Mhm.
So when I first met Latifah, she was more so like the chaperone of Krishan. She was basically like Krishan's mother, to my understanding at the time, her caregiver, the one that's helping her get to school, buying her clothes, you know, supporting her, so on and so forth. So that's what I know Latifah as to Krishan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you shocked at this to see how the dynamic is on the internet right now with Krishan alleging that Latifah Taseki made her eat her pussy at 7 when she was like 10 or something?
I'm not going to speak specifically on their situation because I don't know, but I do know the Malone's family history isn't the most clean cut, so I wouldn't put it past them.
Okay. A lot of incest stuff going on like that.
Just a lot of stuff I wouldn't want my child around. Yeah.
That was deep.
Yeah.
Okay. So speaking of the child, because you know, this baby is very, very controversial. Okay. And so you know, you've been vocal, and I know you've been going kind of back and forth with this. First, you was like, the baby not mine, and you was like, the baby mine, and it's not mine, and it was trolling. Like, in your opinion, like right now, all jokes aside, do you feel that Krishan Jr. is yours?
I feel that there is a possibility.
Oh.
Yeah.
So before she went with because you said the last time y'all, I guess, were together as far as boyfriend and girlfriend, it was before she went on Blueface's show.
As far as like a relationship, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, relationship. So you're very specific with that.
Yeah.
And so now, like, so she's on Blueface's show. She's getting all this recognition. Was she coming, you know, to Baltimore in between to see you? Yeah,
I mean, they even shot parts of their Crazy in Love show in Baltimore, you know what I'm saying? So it's evident she was back and forth between Baltimore and LA, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How many times has you been with Krishan since you guys, I guess, broke?
How many times are you going to think about getting your concealed carry permit before you actually do it? You saw this last week, you thought about it, and then you put your phone
up sexually.
I don't want to answer that.
You don't want to answer that? Why?
It's not very classy. It's very...
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys were intimately involved. Because obviously if you're saying that the baby could be yours...
For sure. I mean, the last time... to answer your question, the reason why I think there's a possibility of me being the father is because around her conception dates, me and her were sleeping together. So...
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lot of people wondering why did you wait so long to say something? Why are you just now coming out and worrying out about the paternity? It was, to my understanding, that the test that was performed on Zeus was an actual DNA test. It wasn't until people that are fans of the show and people that are supporters of the show pointed it out to me like, hey, This wasn't an actual paternity test. This was a entertainment purpose test.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she didn't actually take a real DNA test.
I don't believe they did.
Okay.
No.
I could see similarities with you and the baby, especially in the eyes, because your eyes are very distinct and they have a shape to them. It's very, but I don't know. You guys have the same eye. It's a very distinct eye look. He doesn't have blue face eyes. Yeah. And so are you, because lately you've been kind of demanding like, hey, I want a DNA test. Do you plan on petitioning the courts?
So I've already started the paperwork.
Oh,
not an entertainment purpose test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, damn, like I didn't know you had went that far, Ronnie.
Yeah. So
that's very like mature of you.
Yeah. I come off a certain way on the internet, but I'm a stand-up guy. I'm a pretty good
I've been talking to you. You got good family, good, background. I could see you just kind of made some bad decisions, but who don't make bad decisions?
Right. You just gotta learn from them.
That's it. So have you spoken to Krishan since?
So the last time I physically spoke with Krishan was September 2nd, 2023, which was, I believe, the day of Junior being born.
Oh.
Yeah.
Junior
was born September 3rd, 2023. The last time I spoke with her was September 2nd, 2023.
The day before she went into labor.
Yeah.
And what was that conversation like?
Interesting, I should say, at the least.
Because her and Blue were really going through it.
Yeah.
She ended up having the baby.
Yeah, he was down Miami. And I don't know what made her, I don't know.
Call you?
Yeah. It was just like very weird. Like he was down Miami. She came to Baltimore.
Yeah, because he was with his baby mama in Miami.
Yeah,
I remember that, yeah.
And it was like, Krishan's, I don't know, she's very intelligent and very manipulative at the same time. So it's like, I think she did all of this strategically because she knows that I'm not going to just let this slide. You get what I'm saying? Like, Krishan knows that I'm not just going to let her not be accountable. I'm going to hold her accountable. It's no reason that we were sleeping together and I can't get a paternity test. You slept with me on Blue's birthday.
Whoa, hold up. How did you get this car? Didn't yours get totaled in that crash?
Yeah, that one's gone. This car, I got.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people don't know. Blue told her to go get a. She went and got that. But you a woman. Are you fertile after a?
Yeah.
So guess who knocked her up after her? So why can't I get my DNA test?
So you telling me she had an abortion from Blue?
Yes. And got knocked up with, yeah. It doesn't make any other sense as to why you're avoiding an actual DNA test. Think about it.
This is a lot, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah, it's real.
So she was still bleeding.
I wouldn't say all that. I ain't see no blood.
Because after you bleeding for quite some time. It's not heavy in the days, but you are supposed to rest 6 weeks. So your bleeding can stop anywhere from between like 3.5 to 6 weeks. But because the womb and you're still open, you can catch another baby like that. So you didn't see no blood, but you did, but it was just recent after she had.
Correct. And that's the
Like I
only
said, the
reason
bad-
that I want a paternity test. It's not like I'm an old, bitter ex chasing after her because she blew up. Like, this girl done stole my music. This girl done took a lot from me, and I never asked her for nothing. I for her. I provided for her. I even, like, it's to the point that when I was in high school, my senior year, I had night school. So I wouldn't go to school until 5 o'clock in the afternoon. She, however, had day school still. I would go beyond myself and wake up, take her to school, you know what I'm saying? I'm only 18 years old. What am I doing taking another 18-year-old to school, let alone providing for you? So a lot of people wonder, like, why are you doing all of this online? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I've given so much to somebody, and all I want is a paternity test. I don't want your money. I don't want your clout. I don't want nothing that you got. I don't even want you. I want nothing to do with you. All I want to know is if I have a seed planted out here. Why? Because I was having intercourse with you around this time. It's not a reach at all.
Because you and your mom are pretty close. Did she think Krishan Jr. looked like you?
So
What'd she say about it?
my mother doesn't really speak on it because Krishan has been a bad chapter in my life. So my family rather just not speak on it. However, there is some people in my family that thinks like, oh, she favors my grandmother or favor some traits of the family, but nobody's like, oh, I think that's your baby. Like, it's not that type of deal.
Okay. Let's start with you, Ronnie, because there's a lot to get to know about you because, like, you've been through so much and you're only like, what,
24.
24?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Baltimore, y'all grow up fast.
Very fast.
Very fucking fast. Let's start with you. Like, so born and raised in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mom and dad in the picture?
Mom, no dad for real. Dad played a financial part, but not really a mental or physical or psychological part. You know what I'm saying? Being a father is more than providing finances. Being a father is making sacrifice, correcting when you see wrong being done, helping understand respect, etc. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, my father, not really. Mom, yeah.
So who gave you that male figure that you looked up to? Like, there had to be somebody. Your uncles?
I got an Uncle D. One of my uncles. I got an Uncle D and an Uncle Maurice. They two good men that I look up to. Honorable men.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So was your childhood pretty normal? A good student?
Yeah.
Good grades?
I played sports. I was always good in school, always on honor roll.
Okay.
Always popular, had all the shoes, played basketball, played football, handsome. So, you know how it go.
Okay.
I had a pretty good upbringing.
Okay. So no, like, because you know how most kids, you know, unfortunately go through like some type of molestation or anything. You didn't?
No. So I didn't have the best childhood, but compared to some other people, I was very fortunate.
Okay.
And my mother made sacrifices to make sure me and my sisters were straight. So
how many siblings you got?
I got 3 sisters, but my mother has 2 daughters and I have another sister on my father's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, school and everything, you seem like you were raised okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so then do you feel like during your senior year when you met Krishan, like, and you started dating her, because I know you met her in like 10th or 11th grade, but when you started dating her is when your life started to take a turn for the worse?
I don't want to completely put it on her because I have a role in the decisions I make.
Mm-hmm.
However, her energy did bring very low vibrational things into my life.
That's very, I agree.
Yeah.
It's bringing low vibrational things to the internet. It's like we just want her off the internet.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And when was your first red flag? Like, you guys are dating, you're kids, and you know how as kids we have that intuition of like when to perceive danger, when it's good. When was the first red flag for you when you were dating Krishan?
This settlement check completely changed my life, and it came from a car accident I almost forgot about. I never imagined.
So
Come up to the mic.
she
yeah.
probably still don't know I know
Or
this
you
to
can
this day.
you can come up. We'll use your chair and come up. Okay.
So like I said, my senior year in high school, I had went to school at night, 5 p.m. So this is when I knew she was wicked. Not wicked, but just not for me. So one day I took her to school. I dropped her off. Next thing I know, I get a phone call. Somebody telling me like, bro, didn't you just drop your girl off at school? I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Flip the camera, show me her and one of her old little boyfriends running around. So that was a red flag for me because I didn't have to wake up that early. I woke up to take you to school, which is in my eyes a sacrifice and a characteristic way of showing love.
Mm-hmm.
So you disregard that by chilling with your ex, whatever. It's not a problem, but for me, it was just like, I'm doing so much for you and you still doing so least for me.
Mm. Did you confront her about it?
No, it's not no point. She's a liar.
You ain't say shit to her, like, bitch, I just took you to school and you
No.
would have.
No. Mm-mm.
What'd you do? Ignore it?
I didn't ignore it. I just waited to play my cards accordingly. And what was I going to do at the time? Tifa put her out. Her mother put her out. If I would have put her out with that girl, I don't know what would
So
have
y'all
happened
were
to her.
living together.
Yeah. 18 years old, senior in high school, yes. In my grandmother's house, yes. Yes.
Okay. So you get up, take her to school, drop her off, and then she goes to chill.
With one of the old exes.
Was she hanging on him or she was just with him? Like, did you see them intimate? What?
They were intimate. They were very intimate. Yeah.
And you didn't say shit.
No.
You just went to sleep like nothing happened.
I'm not going to say that, but I ain't let it bother me too much. I knew that I couldn't let that bring me out of my character no matter how bad it was hurting me because I already knew it inside. It was just God's way of revealing the signs to me. Like, you know how you have a feeling in your gut?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That
you
intuition.
Ignore your gut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just let it pass.
Let it pass.
And so were there any other signs after that? Or it was just at that moment?
So, I mean, over the time of our relationship, of us dealing with each other, I observed numerous signs, but I don't understand what you're asking me.
Okay. All right. Let's get off of that. So like, because it came a time, because you say you sacrificed a lot, and you did 8 years in jail.
8 months.
8 months. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So there's a rumor out there. Everybody's saying 8 years. Where did 8 years come from?
People don't know what they talking about.
Oh, well, that part. Okay. Well, I apologize, Ronnie.
Yeah.
I didn't know. So 8 months you did in jail for her. Okay. Over self-defense. But it ended up in someone losing their life. Okay. What happened that led up to that?
So we were moving out to LA. So
you were supposed to go to LA with her when she...
So in July 2019, me, Krishan, and one of my buddies from my neighborhood, we were all moving out to LA.
Were you pursuing music as well? Okay. Is that where she gets the rock star themed music from?
I'm not really sure.
Because you said she stole your music.
Yeah, I mean, she has, but she probably stealing other people's stuff too, so I'm not sure.
Okay. All right. So go back. So you're about to move to LA and what happened?
So we about to move into a building downtown, and
Downtown LA?
Downtown LA.
Okay.
It was between like 20th and Adams, like right up the street from the Staples Center.
Okay.
Could walk there from there. So I believe we got caught up, wrong place, wrong time. I believe we were in the middle of like a brothel.
A brothel?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I say that because of all of the things that my lawyer pointed out to me, all of the things that we seen through this situation, and the background of the individual who ultimately lost their life. It was a lot of signs pointing toward pimping and pandering. Like, Los Angeles is known for 304. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think he was trying to scare us off, break her, and put her on a blade. That's what I think. Cause
So you think they were trying to traffic Krishan?
yeah.
Okay. And so what happened? Like, it was a pimp. You had a...
So this, I don't want to be overwhelming, but I gotta be
You gotta
transparent.
Yeah.
This was a spiritual interaction for me. This was one of my first times seeing the devil, dealing with the devil, looking at the devil in his face. So the individual who lost their life, he came out of the building and he was like walking to his car. Krishan's on the phone. So she like, I don't know how they attract to each other, but somehow they attract. And I'm gonna get to that later. So my boy Draco, he's like, bro, where your girl at? I'm like, around the corner somewhere, like, let's walk to the corner. I'm pretty sure we'll see her. We walk to the corner. Krishan standing with the individual. She likes to introduce God to people's life.
You, Krishan, and Draco pretty much saw him just take his last breath in that building.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously you were arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Until they figured out everything. So what did they ended up charging you with to get 8 months?
So I was charged with murder, but in the state of California, they got justifiable and self-defense. So due to the fact that this individual behavior was so erratic, I was able to justify my harm with self-defense.
Okay.
So I was acquitted of the murder, and the DA asked me to cop to possession of a firearm, which is a misdemeanor in the state of California, and possession of a high-capacity magazine, which is a felony in the state of California. So she asked me to plead to those. 16 months with half. I was already 4 months in the door. 4 more months, I go home. And so you hear 8 months from 25 to life, I was happy.
Yeah, I would took that shit too. Where do I sign?
Yeah.
But y'all
Like,
right now.
Come on with it.
Okay, cool. So so you're in California. So Krishan stays. Is that around the time where she met Blue?
No, so Krishan didn't meet Blue until I came home. So I came home March 2020. I think Krishan met Blue of August 2020.
And you and Krishan were still dealing with each other even though you were locked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because y'all were still in a relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how did you take it when she met Blue?
I wasn't too worried about it. I just took it as she trying to further her career, chasing her dream. I was honestly a little bit relieved at the time because I was just coming home. So I was trying to get my feet back up under me. So I definitely wasn't worried about nothing that she was doing.
So you didn't want to have to keep taking care of it?
Basically.
Okay. You said that like now with relief, like, yeah.
Yeah.
She was that draining?
not only just that, but
Come to the mic. Come to the mic.
very ungrateful.
Or bring the mic to you like that, and you can still chill like that. Yeah.
Very, very ungrateful. Like,
What you mean?
imagine pouring so much into something and not getting nothing back. That's what I mean.
So y'all acted as if like you were her husband, like you were married, you were taking care, or was she more like a child?
We were still young. I wouldn't get ahead of myself like that.
Well, was she still like a child though?
Yeah,
you felt like you had to protect her because she had nobody.
And also everybody that she had was abandoning her. Every environment she gets comfortable in, she's forced to get uncomfortable. Like, she doesn't get comfortable from somewhere for too long. Like, I always say that people around her are around for a good time, not a long time.
Just because of the history and where she comes from. What type of things did she tell you about her upbringing? Like, I just saw that her mom in Baltimore was being evicted.
Mm-hmm.
They sent me the video saying Krishan needs to come help her mom and stuff. And to my understanding, she's been trying to help her mom, but her mom doesn't want help. Has it always been that way? Like her mom is always...
I'm not really going to speak on their mother because that's a sensitive subject, and Miss Charlotte deserves all the respect and all the love she can get. That lady's been through a lot, and it's not my place to speak on that. So,
okay,
yeah.
So let's change. What about the career that Krishan has now? Well, what's left of it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was pretty big for a moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you proud of her? When she first kicked off, were you proud of her?
Honestly, yeah. Very proud of her. Was even proud of her when she altered my art and made it her own. I didn't get mad at her. I was proud of her. But she...
Hunt down your opponents in Raid Shadow Legends. Use this promo code to get the legendary Cheshire Cat for free.
If you got hit, even if you were not driving, you need to try this.
Because if you...
I don't know. I'm proud of her, but I don't know. I don't know what I was ready.
Well, no, I know it's not. I mean, it's not you hating or anything, but how do you feel? Do you feel like it's genuine? It was a genuine success? Like, were you? I don't know, because sometimes we could be a little, damn, like, shit, that should have been us together.
I mean, never that. Like, I'm not bitter about her success. It's not none of that. I just wish that she ain't had to steal my work to... I ain't even gonna say that.
To pop off.
Not necessarily, because that's not why she popped off, but as far as on her music realm, like the music side of things, strictly music. I'm not talking about baddies and Zeus and all that. I'm talking about her music. That was all my stuff. All mine. Like, even the song Lonely that she did with Blue, that's my song. She took that from me. I got it in my phone right now.
How did that make you feel?
Devastating, heartbroken, angry, frustrated.
But you still continue to sleep with her. Why?
So, at the time, I wasn't aware of the type of person that she really was, if that makes sense. And also, I had a lot of love for her at the time. So I was a little bit vulnerable due to the history of things, due to the nature of things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay. It seems like she has that effect on a lot of people because Blue kept taking her back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's fought Blue's mom. Has she ever tried to fight your mom?
Nah, she know better than to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, she ain't that stupid.
How has your mom felt? Like, how does your mom? How did she feel about you dating Krishan?
My mom, I would say a lot of people around me from day one tried to warn me about her, but you know when somebody is in love with somebody or just very infatuated with somebody, you have to let them learn on their own because your experience and my experience could be two different things. So I wasn't really hearing nothing that nobody had to say about her at first because I was trying to defend her and protect her. But then it came a point where as though I had to realize, like, if all of these people have your best interests, then what is it about this individual that's giving them red flags? And that's when I had to really eat some humble pie.
They kind of like, nigga, we told you so.
Yeah.
Should left that bitch alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Carlissa reached out to me, asking me to reach out to you and your mom because, you know, she felt like you went to jail for Krishan. Now her son is in trouble and he's about to come home, I heard, for Krishan. And she just kind of wanted, I guess, you and your mother to speak out so that she wouldn't be looked at, I guess, as like someone who's hating on Krishan or always just putting her down. Like if this is not the first time she's done this, she's not crazy. Now, Carlissa by no means to me is like the best mother, right? But I don't think she's crazy when she speaks about how toxic this woman is, although it takes a person to participate in that toxicity. Do you feel like Krishan is a narcissist?
Yeah. I think Krishan is very manipulative too. Very manipulative, very narcissistic, but very intelligent as well. And that's what a lot of people misunderstand about her. She's very intelligent. And that's where I feel like a lot of people misunderstand her because she appears so dumb. Yet she does a few things that are intelligent.
You said a few things.
Yeah.
What you mean few?
I'm not gonna speak on that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna speak on that.
Well, listen. So you're demanding right now, you are going through the course and you are going to get a DNA test.
Right.
Now, are you aware of the health challenges that Krishan Jr. possibly has?
Yeah, so I was around when he was born. It was to my understanding that he had a hernia at birth. And it was to my understanding that the doctor or whatever medical professionals at the time of his birth, they had stated that he would need medical treatment like surgery, steroid injections, etc., in order for him to start developing properly. And
whoa, hold up. How did you get this car? Didn't yours get totaled in that crash?
Yeah, that one's gone. This car, I got it.
And for me, on the outside looking in, I seen that baby when he was born, and I see him now. And I'm not judging him in no type of way.
We're not talking about the baby, we're talking about the mother.
Yeah, I just think that his health has not been addressed in the best manner.
Do you plan on, if the baby is yours, possibly taking custody and getting your son, your possible son, the health care that he needs?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I'm doing everything that I'm trying to do, just because I can't watch him be neglected and his health not be addressed, because he's a human at the end of the day. He's not an object. He's a human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's been treated like an object and he hasn't really had the unconditional love that he deserves since he's been on this earth. And
well, I do think if you get a paternity test and it comes out to be yours, I do think that there's a good chance maybe a court will give you the baby.
mm-hmm.
You know, so it's sad because a source of mine sent me photos and things of the baby, and the baby's not talking, not gesturing, not can't walk because of cleft toe, like one of the feet are like severely deformed, and she can have them break and create like a way for the baby to walk because cleft toe can be fixed, but it's like you got to do all these things, and I see her trying to pray it away instead of getting him the help that he needs, because faith without works is dead.
Exactly.
And so you can pray, but if you're not taking him to get the help that he needs, then what's the sense? Because I mean, you could clearly tell he's developmentally severely delayed, and it's not going to get any better. And when he turns 2 or 3, what is she going to tell everybody?
Exactly. And for me, it just hurts because it's like, I feel like she's definitely capable of addressing it. I just feel like she has so much going on that she's not really aware. So that's why I kind of been like trying to raise her awareness and hold her accountable through raising her awareness, because you don't necessarily know something's a problem until you unwire from your environment.
Yeah. So you feel like she's going to raise Junior the same way she was raised? Just pretty much unstable, uncared for, unkept, not nurtured?
I'm not going to say that, but I do think that she needs assistance in being a mother because she's never had a good example of a mother. So that's a little bit where I give her the benefit of the doubt, just because she never had a good example of one. However, right is right and wrong is wrong. So you got to hold ourselves accountable and raise ourselves to that bar. You can't say, oh, I'm not going to do it because I didn't have an example of it.
Let's talk about Latifah Teseki's character real quick, because she's getting slaughtered online.
Yeah.
And to me, the way Krishan came at her in the latest, I guess, trailer of Baddies West, she said, yeah, remember when I was 7 and you made me eat your pussy? You could tell Taseki was like really, thrown off by that. But, it wasn't the first person that came forward and said Taseki made him do that. I believe it was China's son, if I'm not mistaken, because China lives in
Virginia, West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia. Yeah. That's Krishan's older sister as well, too. And so, it just seems like when they were children, they were unmanaged and they were doing things that they didn't necessarily know were wrong. And so even if Taseki made Krishan do that at 7, Taseki's only like 3 years older than Krishan. That makes her 10. And it's like they were both kids. And if Krishan's life was definitely, not the best and stable and didn't have. So those kids were mimicking what they seen. So in Taseki's defense, I would just say, it's terrible to have the world out there look at you like that. But like, I think she was a victim as well too.
I do too. I do too. I've never seen anyone speak on a traumatic incident while smirking. Have you?
That's just something that's traumatizing. Do you feel like Krishan is trying to kill her sister Shine? Because Taseki has been out here glowing.
I think that Krishan is intimidated by her sister's success just because Tifa is, I'm going to keep it 100. She's a natural born star. She can sing, she can dance, she can write. She doing her thing on reality, baddies, whatever. So she got a few different things working in her favor. And they've always, instead of them working together, they always viewed each other as each other's competition. And that's where I feel like they butt heads instead of.
And they look just alike.
Exactly. Like they look just alike.
Just like.
It's confusing.
Yeah. So this ain't new what we're saying.
Not at all. It's been going on for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been going on for a while.
So you and Latifah have always gotten along?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard Latifah's a good mother. She takes care of her children.
Very good mother. Very good mother. She's
been in a relationship for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
And she raised Krishan.
Mm-hmm. And PD.
Okay.
And that's their little brother.
So she's the most stable besides China.
Terrain stable, Sierra stable. To my understanding, Sierra, Terrain, Tifa are the most stable sisters for Krishan out of their family.
Okay. Ronnie, I see why Krishan keep coming back to you. You foundational. You like, you young, but you a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's weird because I was trying to, like, like I could still see the kid in you, like the innocent kid in you,
Mm-hmm.
but then I could still see you're struggling between two worlds, like being a grown man or, am I allowed to cry? You feel like you want to cry sometime?
You won't believe this. You've been choosing your hairstyles wrong this whole time.
This app analyzes your unique features and identifies your exact face shape. Based on that, it shows you the most flattering hairstyles and
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but sometimes. Some days better than others.
I see it all over you. Like you a good person.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to leave you with this though. How can I put this? I can see and feel that you're struggling between two worlds.
Mm-hmm.
And the social media stuff can create what we feel is a reality, but it's really not.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you to, because God gave you a second chance for a reason,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if the baby is not yours, and even if the baby is yours, Ronnie, you're a good person. You come from a good family. I've spoken to your mom, your auntie. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards. It's kind of like, I don't even want you to find out if the baby is yours because I feel like it's going to take you down a path that, and since you already got like one charge, you may end up getting another because of the role that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard to decipher those feelings and emotions and stuff. But like when I sit here and talk to you, like you're very intentional. You know what you're going to say. You know how to say it. And you know right from wrong. And, it's just, but I feel like good people like you just end up in bad situations. And I just don't want you to end up in another bad situation. Fuck around with this girl or any girl that's like her.
I would say this has been a big learning experience for me. It's taught me what is good for me and what I think. So I had to learn the difference between what's good to your eye and what's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna just say that I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I'm not at a point where as though I want to even allow any of that energy back into my life. However, I can't live with myself knowing that I have a potential seed out here and there hasn't even been a actual paternity test done.
Okay. So your heart is It won't let you sleep at night.
I can't. And I'm not.
Okay. Well, at least right now she's in custody. You know, she can't leave Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
And that should make things easier. Especially if you've already petitioned the court. But just please, Ronnie, please, just don't wound up nowhere else behind this girl.
Mm-mm.
Okay? Now, you're pretty vocal on social media. You got one hell of a following. I hear you're starting a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So what's your channel going to be about?
So I'm still trying to figure that out.
The Life of Ronnie?
Life of Ronnie. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. We're going to figure it out as we go.
Well, send us the link. We'll post it below here. Okay?
Yeah.
And detailed vlog what it's like going through the courts and trying to establish paternity and get your baby back.
That's what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah. Just don't cuss too much on it and don't put out no personal information and don't play no copyrighted music. And you should be fine. You'll make your money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but it was, I ain't gonna hold you too long because I know this interview, I've been trying to make this happen for a whole year and a half. Yeah. And you finally accepted. And so I'm glad that you came because, you know, it did correct a lot of things because, you know, there are a lot of misconceptions out there about you. And I'm glad you came here to clear them up because everybody's saying 8 years. Me and my whole team was like, yeah, 8 years. But we got that from the internet. We didn't get that from you.
Right.
So the fact that it was 8 months and it was, you know, you basically having to, did you shoot the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, all right. But, and condolences to his family because I know they're gonna. You didn't want to have to take his life, did you?
No, I tried to run away from him before I took his life, which is why I was able to beat my case because I tried to get away from him before I defended myself.
Yeah,
it was just I had to defend myself.
Most people are too.
Did you see the family in court?
Mm-mm. I ain't see none of his family in court. Wasn't nobody crying. Wasn't nobody in there.
Wow. So you honestly regret doing what you did?
Mm-mm.
No?
No.
Okay. Because it was either you or him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's me